Um, this will be my solo variation of the T10 farming build that I posted. There is a couple of skills that we change around in comparison to the T10 one. In the T10 we used Mantra of Conviction with an Annihilation. We are using Mantra of Salvation with Agility instead. We're still using the Mystic Ally with Air Ally, so that hasn't changed, and Sweeping Wind with Inner Storm, so that hasn't changed either. Instead of Blinding Flash with Faith in the Light, we are now using Epiphany with Insight, so we can get that tasty spirit regeneration which we desperately need on this build. In regards to your Dazzling Strike, if you can handle the greater, don't just using the greater for ranking up your gem. Use Radiance. If you can't and you struggle with your survivability, then you switch to Blinding Speed for that extra dodge. In the cube, we are now using the blade that we had on. This one. That one we have in the cube, and instead we are using the Incense Torch of the Grand Templar on. The Cinder Coat and the Royal Ring of Grandeur I have chosen to still put on. The Cinder Coat offers a great resource cost reduction in your spirit, so that's a really good item to have in. And excuse me. And then on your rings we are using Unity and Convention, the Convention of Elements and Unity, and that's basically the items that are switched around in comparison for the T10 Speed Rift with the skills here. So, and I'm gonna do a 65 so you can see how this build works. Because it actually works really good. Remember your stack, Michael. God damn it. There we go. There's a lot of in the since we are really using the spirit like a madman in this build. The reason why we're using Epiphany with Insight is for that spirit generation when our Mystic Ally is on downtime. Why are my stacks missing? Oh. So we can benefit from those two abilities and still be able to do a greater rift. Pretty good, as I can say, as I would say. Okay, channeling Pylon on this build is ridiculous, by the way, because you can just, if I can get my stacks up, god damn it. Well, there's a lot of, you need to hold back on going cray with your Wave of the Light, because if you lose your stacks, then you're basically not doing any damage whatsoever. Your Sweeping Wind or your damage source, we get 1000% damage from each stack of Sweeping Wind, and since we have 3 of them, that's mathematically, I can't say that. So that's 3k, which is insanely amount of spirit. I keep losing my stacks here. That's weird. I did hear on from some, I can't remember if it was on Twitch or wherever I heard it, but there was supposed to be some form of bug with your Sweeping Wind. What the bug is, I have no idea. I only know that there is a bug, but I'm not sure what kind of bug they refer to. but I hope they're gonna fix it if there is a bug anyways. So let's see what happens in this season. But as you can see, I'm not having problems surviving, and it seems everything just dies, to be honest. I'm using these 65s to rank up gems, so I can put Caldan's Despair in my gems. They are very fast for me with my current gear, and so I can basically just blitz this. I'll be almost like Torment 10 now. So that kind of opens up for other characters also. If I would, I'm using spending time on my support monk also. So at some point I would actually be using 65s here to rank up gems, so that I could use on my support monk. I would want to have vitality gems in. So I really like the support monk also. It is one of the best builds that I've been played so far. But I'm actually having a lot of fun in this build here. I did try Uliana also at some point. To be honest, it's kind of like in Diablo, you fall in love with one spec or you really hate it. And I'm not, hating Uliana, but because it does a lot of damage. But it's not suitable for my playstyle. I really like this kind of like semi-hang back spell casting almost kind of way this works. And Uliana is really much in your face, so that's not me. It's almost getting close to that Rift Guardian. Come on. Ugh. Go away. Something to get died. I wanted to die. But as you progress in gear, you gotta get insanely powerful with this build. I think it's gonna be the best build to push with in this season. Don't think Uliana or the other builds are gonna come close to this one. But time will tell. But that's basically how this build works, guys. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I will try to answer them as best as I can. And that's it, basically. Did Quinn, as I mentioned earlier, this is not a build that Quinn made. This is a build that I just put together because I'm thinking that maybe Quinn will do it like this, but I'm not 100% sure. So I will post when Quinn makes his variation, and when he gets his finger out of his ass and do it. And until then, see you around, guys.